Referential integrity constraint. Here in this lesson we are going to discuss the referential integrity constraint. This is one type of constraints. These are created when a value in one column matches the value in another column. It can be either in the same table or more typically in a different table. Under the referential integrity, we are going to discuss the foreign key. A foreign key is a field or fields that points to the primary key of another table. The purpose of the foreign key is to ensure referential integrity of the data. This means we can make a relationship between the tables. Let's discuss this with an example. Just assume that we have two tables named Customer and Orders. I am going to relate these two tables using the foreign key. Now remember, your master table must have the primary key. Here are the step-by-step examples. I'm going to create a customer table. This is a master table. Click Execute to execute the statement. Now the master table is created. Then I am going to create an orders table. Here are the statements. Press Execute Query button to execute the statement. If you look at the example, we have used references keyword for making the relationship between the customer and orders tables. And also the order ID column must be equivalent to the customer table's order ID column. Let's insert a new row in the customer table. For that, enter the Insert query. Then press F5. Now a row is inserted successfully. Similarly, you can insert in the Orders table, but it is not possible to insert a new order ID which is not available in the master table, that is the customer table, because the Orders table depends on the customer table. Now you may ask, what about a foreign key? Here, let's discuss it. A foreign key is also used for making relationships between the tables. You have to make a little bit of modification in the orders table creation statement. That's all. Try it yourself. Now we will see the method to delete the referential integrity constraint. Join and types. You may come across this term called joins in several circumstances. In this lesson, we are going to study briefly about this. Let's start our discussion with the question, what is meant by join? A join is used to retrieve data from two or more tables joined by a common field. It allows us to decide whether we want to include all records or desired records from them. SQL Server supports various types of joins. They are inner join, cross join or Cartesian join, outer join, self join. Now we are going to learn about each type briefly. Let's see what an inner join is. An inner join is a join that selects only those records from one or more database tables that have similar values. Now let's see the basic syntax to perform an inner join. Select columns. From Table 1, inner join Table 2. On Table 1, dot column 1 equals Table 2, dot column 1. Here, select, from, on are statements of SQL, which we have seen in the previous lessons. Here, column names specify the names of the columns in Table 1 and Table 2. Inner join denotes the type of join. Here is the conceptual diagram which shows the inner join between Table A and Table B. This diagram clearly shows the function of the inner join. That is, the inner join selects only the identical values between both tables A and B. I think now you have an idea about inner joins, but if you're having difficulty, let's follow this simple example. To perform an inner join, we need at least two tables. Let's consider the tables, customers and orders, for example. Enter these commands in the query editor. Press F5 to see the original table values of customers and orders. Here are the original records of two tables. Here, the customers table has columns, namely customers ID, emp name. The orders table has columns, namely prod ID, products, customers ID. Enter the SQL statement in the query pane. Here, the select statement retrieves the records from both tables, i.e. customers and orders. If the customers table field, customers ID, is equal to the orders table field, customers ID, then the output will display column values such as customers ID, emp name from customers table, and prod ID, products, customers ID from the orders table. Press the F5 key to execute the statement. Here is the output with common values from both tables. Joins are faster when compared with subqueries, so you can choose a join instead of using a subquery to perform similar tasks.